This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. We have some people doing some max effort work. Kara Weston here is doing some speed work off of the man pond, along with Daddy Longlegs here, Casey. Casey's got about 225 pounds on the bar and some chains. The chains help to accommodate resistance. The accommodating resistance teaches your body to produce more force and to push hard throughout the entire range of motion when your leverages are improving. There's Ryan Cove going off the carpet. Going off the carpet or going off the man pond is going to be easier than going full range of motion, partly due to the fact that it's a shortened range of motion, but also due to the fact that you're hitting an object that's kind of soft and the weights are kind of dissipating into that object, and it's just less overall stress on your shoulders and joints. It's a great method to utilize in your training, just like the slingshot here that Silent Mike is using from howmuchyoubench.net. Using a slingshot or using a man pond or using the carpet is a great way to alleviate some stress in the shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Just that it kind of gets rid of that jolt and that pounding that your joints tend to take. Here's Kara doing another set, and good strong set by her. We're working on trying to push her out more with the weights. As you can see, she's kind of taking those weights on an angled position. You can see how she's almost pushing back towards her spotter, which I don't really have a huge problem with when you're raw, but when you get in your bench shirt, you have to fix that up a little bit for optimal results. Here's Chris Ramos banging out a 370-pound bench. This is like a freaking huge PR for him. I interview him right here.
I'm Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, here with new lifter Chris Ramos. Chris's best bench press is around 335 pounds, and what'd you end up getting today?
370.
It's a big improvement. What are some things that you've been doing lately in your training to get your bench press up?
Well, a lot of control it to the boards, take it down to a one board straight weight, pause, go, no sinking, no heaving, just real clean lifts, and concentrating on a lot of rows and heavy movements on the back.
You guys hear that? He's staying a little bit tighter on the boards, not sinking into the boards, not heaving those weights up, getting good clean presses in, and it resulted in a 35-pound PR. How do you like training here at Super Training so far?
Oh, it's good. A lot of good training partners, and you guys know how to run the place, so it's good.
So far, so good. So what? Later.
Nice strong press there by Silent Mike. Had to kind of double clutch it there to lock it out. Here he goes, going with some lighter weight and doing some repetitions. Now this is a secondary barbell movement that you hear us talk about all the time. This is assistance work. You guys are always asking for assistance work, and Silent Mike has provided it for you. So give him a big fat hug if you ever see him in real life. By the way, Super Training, we all love to get hugged. People don't realize that about us. We're very loving bears, so if you see us out in the street, without even saying hello, just grab hold of us and give us a nice hug. One of those kind of slow, awkward, weird hugs where you hold on for way too long. Those are the best kind. Here we got some board presses. You can see not letting those weights sink into the boards too much, trying to stay tight. It's just a different way of doing it. It's not really saying that there's a right and wrong way to do it, but I have noticed with a lot of lifters, myself included, that we sink into the boards, sometimes sink into our chest, sink into whatever object it is, and then the object that we're resting the weights into is kind of helping us. And we don't really want that. We want to try to make everything within reason. We want to try to make everything that we do harder. Here's Kara going again off the man pond. Now this is a great variation to go off of the man pond for speed work. Here we were just having to work on form, having her take the weights out a little further. She really hated it for a little bit there because just not used to it. But that's what you're going to have to realize as a coach, and you work with people. You got to kind of take into consideration what they're telling you and what you think is the truth. Really, in a lot of ways, a lot of this stuff ends up being opinion. There's a million different ways to lift, but I do firmly believe there's there's correct ways to move. There's kind of correct movement patterns that we can all agree upon. Here's Kara doing some shirted benching, and she ended up doing pretty good on this day. I think she hit a 290-pound bench. It was off the boards, but that's a huge, huge improvement for her. And that is it from supertraining.tv.